Hi you guys, Erin here. Today sharing some information with you about the perfectionist of the zodiac, Virgo. Okay, so this video would mostly pertain to people who were born between August 23rd and September 22nd, meaning that the sun was in the sign of Virgo when you were born. Meaning that this Virgo energy rules your inner being, your ego, your basic character, who you are on the inside. Okay, but there really is so much more to the natal chart. If you're Virgo rising, then this energy is going to manifest through your personality. Or if your Venus is in Virgo, then you will see a lot of this energy show through the way that you love. Okay, so on that note, if you are a Virgo and you're watching this video and you find that some of this information does not necessarily resonate with you, you guys are the ones that I encourage the most to get a little bit of a better understanding to your entire natal chart, because there really are so many things that could come in and modify this energy. Okay, so Virgo is a mutable earth sign. By mutable, I mean that this energy is adaptable. It does well with change. It can also have a tendency to hang out with several different types of people, different styles, and that sort of thing. And this earth element, okay, Virgo is very strongly associated with harvest season, like gathering the fruits of the material world, that very earthly energy. Okay, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury influences our mind, our intellect, our logical thinking, our consciousness, our communication. Okay, this is a very intellectual energy, and this is where some of this perfectionism comes from. Virgos have a tendency to pay very close attention to detail, so much so that they can often focus in on one little detail and forget to take a step back to look at the whole picture, that sort of thing. Now, this is quite debatable, but I have heard some of my own favorite astrologers speak that Chiron could also be one of Virgo's rulers. And this makes a little bit of sense to me, and I'll tell you why. Okay, for those of you who have not heard of Chiron, Chiron was only discovered in 1977. Chiron is referred to as the wounded healer. Okay, Chiron influences wounds from early childhood, but then comes back around to help us heal these wounds. Okay, this Virgo energy is very strongly associated with health and being of service and helping others heal and constantly wanting to better themselves and be of service in the sense of helping others become a better version of themselves. So that being said, I really can see the combination of this very logical Mercury energy combined with this Chiron energy that wants to help heal and wants ourselves to heal, that sort of thing. So I'm open to debate on that, but I can definitely understand the combination there. Okay, so Virgo is represented by the Virgin. This energy, again, more perfectionism. This energy likes things to be pure and like an innocence to it. Sometimes I like to describe the Virgo energy as a girl that's going to her first prom. You know, she's going to analyze every little detail and everything has to be perfect. She's very pure and you know, innocent. I don't know, maybe times have changed since I was in high school, but that's the way that I remember it. So, yeah, sometimes I'll give a reading to Virgos, and this actually seems to happen more so with men, but I tell them that Virgo energy is represented by the Virgin, and their face is like, excuse me? So it's really just about things being pure and clean, good hygiene, that sort of thing, good health, okay? Okay, so Virgo, every zodiac sign rules certain parts of the body. And for Virgo, this is the nervous system and the intestines. Okay, this nervous system, this is very Mercury energy. Virgos can have a tendency to have like a busy nervous system, just, you know, they're analyzing everything, and this can create nervousness and tension, and anything that happens in the nervous system is definitely going to affect what happens in the intestines. So this is something to not be overly cautious about, but definitely be mindful of. In fact, if you're a Virgo and you deal with tension and nervousness, I highly recommend a few exercises. One, of course, is meditation and breathing exercises, but then there's also tapping. If you haven't heard of tapping, I strongly suggest looking into this. It's just an exercise where you tap on certain parts of the body depending on what your intention is, and this actually releases tension. There's even tapping exercises for tapping on the head, which will connect neurons, okay? I would strongly suggest, just doing a quick internet search for the exercise of tapping to get better details on what exactly your intention is, on what you want to work with there. But it's definitely a very good exercise for this Virgo energy. Okay, so Virgo, your birthstone is a sapphire. Sapphires are gorgeous. What they can do is they can actually help to protect against illness, but furthermore, they also have a very strong quality of helping to bring tranquility to the mind. I love sapphires. If you're a Virgo, I strongly suggest wearing or carrying around a sapphire. Okay, some things to bring a Virgo luck. All right, your lucky day is Wednesday. This would be the day that you would want to, if you're a Virgo that likes to be of service, or, if you're a business person, this would be the day you'd want to have your business meetings and that sort of thing. Wednesdays are your lucky day. Okay. Your lucky flowers are pansies and morning glory. I personally love morning glory. It's absolutely gorgeous. It grows like a vine. You can plant it near like a chain link fence, and it will grow all up into that fence with these big, beautiful green leaves and these gorgeous bluish, purplish flowers. They're poisonous, so you don't want to eat them, but they sure are pretty, and they will actually bring you luck. Okay, your lucky numbers as a Virgo are 3 and 5. Virgo energy has a tendency to want to organize, keep things very organized. And if you are one of those, Virgos who likes to keep things organized, you might want to consider keeping your things organized in patterns of 3 and 5. This will actually help to bring you luck. Okay, so for every zodiac sign, there's a particular cell salt dedicated to you. And for Virgos, this is potassium sulfate. What potassium sulfate does, well, actually it does all sorts of wonderful things in the body, but I think the most important thing for Virgos here is it helps deliver oxygen to the cells. Back to this, things in the nervous system affecting the intestines. What happens in the intestines really will affect the skin. Virgos do have a tendency to have things like dry skin, or even acne, or sometimes even eczema, or that sort of thing. And this potassium sulfate will actually help to keep pores unclogged and help keep the skin healthy. It help with the nervous system, help with the intestines, help with overall everything. Some foods that are high in potassium sulfate would be oranges, lemons, bananas, oats, and probably the best source is leafy greens. Okay, but it's present in so many different foods. If you're a Virgo, I would just do an internet search for foods that you like to eat that are high in potassium sulfate. Okay, so Virgo energy, just to wrap it up here. Again, this is the perfectionist. This is the organizer. This is the one that actually just does well with going to work. Again, this earthly energy, like doing mundane tasks, being of service, being very helpful. Before I was an astrologer, I worked on a farm, and I was studying astrology, and I have no Virgo in my natal chart. I mean, of course, we all have at least a tiny bit of every single zodiac sign in our natal chart somewhere, but I don't have any prominent placements in the sign of Virgo. And plus, I'm a Pisces, which is the opposite of Virgo. That being said, I have a tendency to be very disorganized. But I was studying astrology, working on this farm, and I literally was praying to the heavens, please, could you bring some Virgo energy into my life so that I could get a better understanding of this energy, seeing as though I just lack in this Virgo energy. So lo and behold, like literally a week later, a lady shows up to help be of service on the farm, And she was a Virgo, and of course I'm like, what's your zodiac sign? And she allowed me to look up her natal chart on my phone. I just had it right there, and she had 7 prominent placements in the sign of Virgo, and I was like, hallelujah, thank you for answering my prayers. So I really did study like her every move to get a better feel for this Virgo energy. And let me tell you something, she showed up to work every single day on time. She had a perfectly organized tote with all her own tools in it. She had an apron that she would clean every night, to keep her clothes clean. And her car was always impeccably spotless. And if anybody on the farm needed help with anything, she was right there, ready to help, ready to be of service. What a great energy to be around. So that was where I really got a much deeper understanding for this Virgo energy. Now, this purity, this sweetness, all of these wonderful things about Virgo energy are, it's part of your karma to embrace these things. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. If you would like to get an astrology reading with me, you can reach me at ErinWaageAstrololgy at gmail.com. That's ErinWaage astrology at gmail.com. I'm also fairly active on Instagram. My screen name on Instagram is imaginal_cell. You can send me a direct message there. I'll also post a link to my website in the description of this video. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Namaste to all of you.